NitroRCX.com. Extreme has no limits.
Hey guys, welcome to NitroRCX.com. Today we're going to look at two classics, the Exceed 116 cell electric powered series. We have the monster truck, which is the magnet, and we have the Blaze, which is the little buggy. So the Exceed 116 scale series, these are the electric power series. They're ready to run right out the box, fully assembled. The 2.4 gigahertz transmitter is like our other transmitters that come with the 110 scales and the 1.8 scales. The charger you're going to get is an AC/DC charger. Plug that up to the wall. It has an LED indicator on there. Mini Tamiya connector to charge that 7.2 volt 1100 milliamp hour nickel metal battery that comes on the vehicle. All right, so this is the 116 scale magnet truck. It is a monster truck style. Notice the large monster truck type tires. They still use 12mm hex wheels, which is the standard, so you can use 116 scale wheels and tires, or you can go on over to the 110 scale wheels and tires, which will bolt right on. It'll give you bigger tires, which will give you a bit higher ground clearance. Let's take off the body shell, give you guys a closer look at the chassis itself. Monster truck chassis, so there's 2 shocks on each corner, total of 8 shocks on this vehicle. Notice the spring-loaded bumpers, which are awesome. Takes that impact, especially when you're crashing into things. These 116 scale vehicles are great for beginners. Children getting into the RC hobby will love these. They're very durable and they're hobby grade. So if you do want to upgrade and make them faster later on, you can do that. The motors are fully upgradable and the speed controllers and servos are hobby grade, so they can be swapped out. What's good about these 116 scale vehicles is that usually you'll see a micro-sized servo. However, in these vehicles you see a standard sized steering servo. Look at that large servo that handles the steering duties for this little vehicle. It's a standard sized servo in there. We have a 2.4 gigahertz dedicated receiver that is also waterproof, and another awesome thing is that brushed speed controller, which is LiPo ready. It comes with a 7.2 volt 1100 nickel metal battery. However, on this speed controller, you do have the option of using lithium batteries. It'll take up to a 2 cell. See that blue jumper right there? Jump that over, and then it is ready to take LiPo batteries, which has that LiPo cutoff features to protect your batteries. Again, fully waterproof. Also on the receiver, you have your brushed 380 size motor right here, and you also have the gearing ratio right under there, a sticker that tells you the gear ratio on this magnet truck. Another key feature of this magnet truck and the other 116 scale magnet vehicle is the metal spur gear and pinion gear. Since it's not covered, little pebbles can fly in and that metal gear will keep that gear nice and strong, and it won't let it strip out. Take a look at the bottom of the chassis there. Cooling fins for the battery when it gets warm, when you're running it hot. And that's a magnet truck. Let's take a look at the Blaze buggy. Blaze buggy is also 116 scale. You'll notice it has a little bit lower ground clearance, meaning you can drive this a little bit faster and turn quicker with it. It's a little bit more agile than the monster truck. It does have lower ground clearance, so its center of gravity is a bit lower and it handles a bit better. 4 shocks on each corner for this buggy. Let's go ahead and pop that cover off and see what's inside. Inside you're going to find the same electronics as explained in that magnet buggy. Speed controller, LiPo ready. You have the 380 brush motor with the cooling fin. Same type of battery. Notice the gear ratio is slightly different on the Blaze compared to the magnet. You still get that standard size servo, and of course you get that metal spur gear and pinion gear. Tires are a little bit different on the buggy. You have kind of a staggered setup. You have wider tires in the rear, thinner tires in the front, and you do have off-roaded tread. So you can off-road with this, and those beautiful black off-road wheels. We do offer these in different color styles, so you'll see them in black wheels, green wheels, red wheels, many styles to choose from on NitroRCX.com. It's the bottom of the chassis right there. Same cooling fins for the battery, and you have a massive spoiler on the Blaze, generating downforce. Speed, you're looking at 20-25 miles per hour, and if you do go to a LiPo battery, you're going to see increased speeds. Shaft-driven four-wheel drive on both vehicles. You have aluminum shaft running down the center of the vehicle, and you have metal dog bones going out to all 4 wheels. for that shaft-driven four-wheel drive. So that covers the key features of these two vehicles. Enough talk. Let's get these out and take them for a spin.
NitroRCX.com. Extreme has no limits.